Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Why are we so big?
I don't know.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Hi.
Are you? Hello.
We're so excited. We're so excited. Last time, none of us could hear each other. So now I think we're all like, okay, we got to make sure that everybody can hear each other.
Yes.
We all good?
Good to hear each other. It's great to see you all again.
Yay! We're so excited to have this roast with our good friend Julie. Last time, unfortunately, a snowstorm, I think, was the cause of why we couldn't stream last time. The snowstorm was the Manosphere, and it did take us down.
Mm-hmm.
The Manosphere hates to see us coming.
They did.
Like,
They did.
no.
They did. But we're here. And we're very, very excited. So do you want to introduce yourself first, Julie, before we kick the... I think everybody knows you, but just in case. We can't assume. We can't assume.
Hi, I'm Julie. I make content on YouTube here and on Instagram. And I just want to thank you, Val and Gus, and also Tish, for all the work that you've done. You were speaking out before I even got out. And I want to just thank you so much because you really helped me and you continue to. So thank you for the work that you do.
Means so much. Thank you. And thank you. You're amazing. And you put so much energy and we love your perspective.
Yeah.
Do you know that Julie was our first Sunday roast guest? Did you know? She was.
Our first dinner guest.
That's so cute. Oh my God. You were our first dinner guest.
We love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see it. And we've been doing this for 2 years now. So it's been a long time since our first...
Holy crap.
I know. It's been a long time since our first roast. Sorry, take it away. Oh wait, you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous because of the technology from last time. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Debbie. We really appreciate it. Yay! We're also really excited.
We don't have the video on this one. Sorry, the member video.
It's okay.
With
we can
the
just
dancing penguins.
Is it Spider-Man now?
It's okay. Well,
it's Spider-Man.
We have both. We have both. But that's okay.
Both are
That's
fun.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to be talking about the dudes of multi-level marketing, which we have all, I think, at different points of our content, quote-unquote, career. I think we've all taken some time to talk about the dudes in multi-level marketing because I think they're important to talk about. Do any of you have someone in particular that you think of when you think of the dude of multi-level marketing?
I mean, Higathan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably be Ray. It'd be Ray.
Currently, I'm thinking Justin Prince just because he's making, that's who I think of currently, just with Make Wellness and then, trying to get everybody that they'd have nowhere to go from Modere. That's who I think.
Absolutely.
No, Julie, he's not trying to get people to go to Modere. He was just being really magnanimous and he was being very nice. He was being very humble and he was not trying to get them to go to Modere. I mean, to Make Wellness at all. Not at all.
Why would you even say that? That is
How
no, I'm kidding.
dare you?
No, I'm kidding.
It's because I'm a bitter hater. It's just one of those things. Those angry women that leave multi-level marketing.
You just love to hate on successful, powerful, worth value men.
Absolutely. That's it. That's what's really going on here.
Brian Underwood is a good one. He's a good one.
Oh, Justin Prince, John Melton.
John Melton, absolutely. Honestly, I forgot about Brian Underwood because he's a little bit forgettable. I'm not gonna. I know he'd hate to hear it, but it's true.
Yeah.
The other person I think of is Wes, my
your baddie bee for the stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
The rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the pup. What's his name? Taylor Kirby. But also everybody from all the bros from Anagic. But that's
They are definitely a little cluster over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're practicing for war.
I feel like there's
lifting
two
each other over things.
segments of like dudes in MLM. It's like you got like the Eric Worreys, you know what I mean? Kind of like he got called the Don of MLM by Ray Higdon.
Which I feel like is what they want to be.
They want to be like the Dons, right? Because they know that they're not like the ripped dudes, you know. So they apparently Ray is ripped, but because he prayed to God for excellence. But what do I know? And then
On his legs though.
there's the then there's the dudes who like are like pretending that they're working out and being like, join my network marketing company. You know what I mean? Like there's a few different strains. Would you agree?
Ed Milet. Blah.
Mhm.
He was who I was gonna say is the beefcake.
Oh.
He's kind of a good mix between the beefcake and the Don.
Yeah.
I feel like he toes those lines pretty well.
Toes.
Right. Okay.
I hate myself.
She always has to joke about toes. I'm sorry. And then I also put Grant Cardone. Because the MLM people love him.
They do.
And I feel like a lot of them have gotten inspiration from it, even if he's not directly in an MLM.
Hello, Vag.
Not Vag.
Hey,
yes.
Vag.
If you don't know that, whenever our camera turns off, it says Vag.
Oh, okay.
And so we
are Vag.
We think it's the funniest thing ever. It didn't happen when we weren't on when we were on StreamYard, which was really sad. So now that we're on Restream, it's Vag. It's Vag.
It's the return of Vag.
The return of the Vag.
StreamYard is so expensive. Why is it so expensive? Like,
it is expensive.
That's why. I mean, I don't mind Restream by any means, but you know. Ooh.
Oh, yay, Tishy!
Oh my god, yeah.
Thanks, Demi.
Do you want to show a dog for the
Oh, it's Minnie.
Minnie! We love Minnie. We love all of them.
Hey, girl.
Look,
Hey, girl.
she answered. She answered.
No
It's
way.
Minnie.
Julie, you know that the dogs know when we're finishing stream up. They get excited.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
They get all
my
happy.
mom back. I get her back. I get her back.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's so cute.
Literally. Her attention is back. Oh, hey, Minnie. Hey. I feel like we do need a strong female presence before we get into whatever we're about to get into.
She's the head of the pack, you know. She's the boss.
She is the boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make her big
She's
just for
the
a
Dawn.
second. She's the Dawn.
She's the Dawn.
Oh, look at her.
Popeyes.
Look at her showing
that
off.
snoot.
Y'all, I have a StreamYard opportunity for you. You just have to invest $5K.
Tell me more.
Tell me, please. Tell me more. So my question is, who do we want to start with? Because I have just like some like people in Anagic. I've got Justin Prince. I figured we could save the Dawn of MLM for the end because I think I need to work up to that. I don't think I can do that at the beginning. No offense. Full offense, actually.
Well, let's do Justin Prince, and we can say, like, so what's happened? Why is Justin Prince so important right now? If people have not heard the news,
The drum roll.
Huh?
oh, we did not work out who was going to.
We didn't plan that.
That's okay.
Clearly.
That's okay. It's fine.
My dare has closed just suddenly, no warning, closed, done, gone.
Just
Done.
like the snowstorm that took out Julie's internet. It was without warning. It was quick. And I didn't see it coming. I'm gonna be. I thought that Modera was not exactly doing the best, but I thought they'd be around for like a few more months.
I thought they'd go affiliate because people like their products.
I didn't
like,
think it would
and
go so fast.
The products are, you know, even though the distributors are the main people, they do have customer base. So it was weird. I thought it was weird that they didn't go affiliate, but. Did
you feel the same way, Julie?
I didn't have a good read on it because they're always lying, you know, right up, you know, there was somebody anti-MLM Reddit, like 2 emails. I think one was they were separated by 9 days, and the one email was like, everything was great. This is what's coming into spring. This is the new product or something. And then it was, surprise, we're closed. That's it.
Wow.
That's wild.
That is wild.
I just don't trust.
They had convention.
When?
They had convention a month ago, less than a month ago.
That's awful. Because I'm sure
They
they knew.
announced-
They had to
they
know it
announced,
was going downhill. before then.
They announced that they were opening in Mexico and Dubai and somewhere overseas, somewhere like Dubai or somewhere like that.
Like the
That's
UAE?
what they announced.
What?
No, but opening in Mexico and somewhere else. I thought it was Dubai, but Dubai's just a city, not a country.
Right.
But that was at convention. Like John Melton and John and Nadia opened convention. There was like a packed house. There was a picture of John with the CEOs, with the new with the CEO. We're coming, like 2025 and beyond, and it's like, and then in less than a month closed. What the
No,
F?
that's wild.
The lies. The lies.
Lies, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we are here and why we talk about this stuff, because they will do anything to keep you in our opinion. And they'll put on the song and the dance and they'll make you look good at convention, but in reality that's not what's happening.
In reality, they're just trying to sell one last ticket to convention before they shut down, in my opinion. Because I'm sorry, the people running the show had to have known it was going downhill before a month ago.
Absolutely.
There's no way.
Think of all the people who are going to be like paying off that damn convention, and the freaking company's closed because of how expensive convention is.
Yeah. Where did they go? They usually go to Vegas, but
this one was in Texas somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Dallas, maybe? I can't remember, but it was Texas. Yeah.
This is a good question. Who do we think will be the next MLM to topple?
Oh, I don't know.
Before we go in. Again, like Julie said, it's hard to get a good read because everybody's lying.
Yeah.
I think Monate is bound to very soon.
I also just feel like I've been saying that, though.
Yeah, true. True.
We're hanging on by a scraggly, dry hair.
The joke that I made to Arrow earlier, I was messaging them. I said that they're like a balloon, like pop, like like they're taking their sweet time,
but making a lot of noise.
Yeah. Prove It is also a good candidate. Do we think that?
No, I think Prove It's okay. I think Prove It's going to do their 2 years with Herbalife and
with
then
Herbalife,
keep on.
right? I think that'll inject a little bit more, at least. Yeah,
I think Prove It will go out with a whimper and not a boom. They're just going to. Yeah.
This was quite the whimper.
Scentsy is a good guess. Yeah.
Scentsy is a good, and that's another one that could easily have customers because people just really like the wax melts, and like I would get a Scooby-Doo wax melt. Be so for real, like.
Also, Alaska,
not
the U.S. government.
Hey, surprise! This is probably going to be one of the only times that you're going to be able to interact with somebody from Canada without a tariff. So, kidding. This is a tariff-free stream.
We've got to negotiate that actually. Clowntown, we'll have to see what will split.
That's true.
The monetization
that's true. We're gonna have to change
out, see how much
the podcast. Everything is in danger.
Everything's up on the line.
We're in danger. And thank you. It means a lot that you're liking all the streams. If you're able to go to both, that would be great. Go to Julie's channel if you have a minute too. But at your leisure, of course. Do what you can. Are we ready to see what Justin Prinz has to say?
I think so.
Resident beefcake, and I don't say that with disrespect. That's not like I don't mean that like it's just when you're a little beefy, you're a beefcake,
Oh, he loves it. You can tell he loves it.
He would probably be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the beefcake." Yeah. That's fine. But if Justin Prinz, if you feel like I'm body shaming you, let me know, and I'll call you something else. Okay.
Video and share with you kind of my live visceral reaction to hearing that.
Visceral.
I feel like visceral is like very like dramatic, and you are not giving the drama.
Does it have to be visceral? It doesn't.
I don't want visceral. I don't want.
Check out all the books behind him on the top shelf. It's all his book. It's the same book. Be the one.
One book.
More like be the 20, because there's like 20 of them.
Be the 20. Also, the background is very Ray Higdon. Okay, not the Lifetime movie villain.
I'm dead.
He really is like the guy who's like, no, you need to go to work. Screw your cheese festival and your family. Like,
We're
Hallmark movie.
We're shutting the bookstore down. That's it.
I'm gonna buy your grandfather's bookstore, and you're not gonna be the lead of the Nutcracker this year. It's gonna be my daughter.
Your family-owned bookshop is over with. I'm gonna corporatize it with my Barnes and Noble. I'm like, oh my god.
I will say, it is interesting to hear his opinion because, like, when I think Modere, I think of this guy. You know, even though he's not with them anymore. Yeah. So it is interesting to hear his reaction. Are we okay with this lineup, or do we want to change it a little bit? Like, I could do like, ooh.
No, I don't want to be on his chest.
Okay. We're moving. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's keep
touching his heart.
Okay, 6 feet. 6 feet. not touching his heart.
Modere has now closed their doors and, has officially gone out of business.
We will also say, though, he did move to Make Wellness, and so this could very easily be the cross promoting, like, oh, I feel so bad. Oh, but my products are so good. Oh, but it's different here. It's different. That is true. Why are those shoes all the way up there?
Those are shoes?
Yes.
Why did I think that was like a toy car? Oh my god, they had a Lego Ferrari at the Barnes & Noble today, and I was like,
we don't need a... Okay, we need it.
And so I got a phone call, no kidding, just a few minutes ago, and a friend of mine's like, did you hear? I go, hear what? And they're like, Modere closed their doors and they're out of business. I was like, no, dude, what are you talking about,
I will say, he really did report on this quick. Like, I got a text like, oh my gosh, Modere closed. I started driving to work maybe 15 minutes later. I wasn't even at work, and I got a text like, Justin Prince is live. Like, this man, like, he heard the news. He had no time to dry his tears before he set up the ring light. Okay, like he knew what he was doing with this, in my opinion.
He's like, no, for real. I'm like, are you serious? I was thinking to myself, is it April 1st? He's like, this April Fool's thing go all month?
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's so funny, especially for the distributors who have put a bunch of money into it, thinking that they're finally going to get something back because they bought into the sunk cost fallacy. Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? Oh, Justin.
My sweet prince.
That was too much. Also, if any of you want me to stop the video at any point, just feel free to be like, like this is, and I'll holler. Give me a holler. Yeah.
What are you talking about? And, anyway, it was confirmed that they closed their doors. So I want to share with you guys kind of my honest, kind of candid, visceral feedback as I'm kind of processing through this.
That's the word of the day. Visceral.
He read that word in a book last week, and he's using it a lot.
Definitely. Word of the day calendar, or get text the word of the day. That's his word of the day.
That type beat.
It's like that one post. No, sorry. Go ahead.
He can barely contain himself. Like, he is so excited. He's trying to be serious, but he's like delightful because he has now this added authority, because not only did he help start or build Modere, but now he's out. He started his own company. So people are gonna be like, I should have followed him. They're all brainwashed still. A lot of these people are gonna be joining, one or two MLMs and then eventually wake up and get out like a lot of other people have, but that's been their trajectory. So he's got a lot of credibility. He left. There's the law. Modere sues him. He sues them. Who knows what the hell's going on? But he's in a good position right now. He just has to be like, oh, I'm just so friendly and I'm just giving you empathy. He wrote that script book, that playbook on how to leave a multi-level marketing company and join with him. He's got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a book
we
on
watched,
this too.
Yeah.
We watched this yesterday on my stream, and what I said was that he's creating a permission structure to join. He is saying, look, I'm giving you permission. Here is my permission. And people are going to be able to sort of not think about the circumstances where he left, because he's saying, it's okay. Come to me come to my, I'll look after you in that
Mhm.
way. And I think
Right.
that's what's happening. Like,
And like
you've
Julie
got
said,
permission.
yeah.
Right.
And like Julie said, he has the upper hand. All he has to do is play his cards right.
Right.
And that's easily another wave of people heading right on into Make Wellness, which is more money for him. And again, this is all our opinion. Please do not sue us for trying to say our opinion. Thank you very much. Justin, I don't know how good the legal is over at Make Wellness. But yeah, please don't. Thank you.
So, man, it's a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of joy too. The joy is those are
The joy is that I'm going to make a bunch of money because you're all leaving that company and you're not going to have any time to think about it because I'm getting in front of your face first.
That's weird.
Behind MLM made a note about, or did an article about Modair shutting down. And in that article, they mentioned that Make Wellness, according to whatever they track the traffic to the website, it had been down significantly in February. So
50%.
I wonder if he's so happy.
Just about to say that.
Great minds. We're on the same frequencies.
Your chakras are aligned.
It's
Yeah,
so visceral, guys. Sorry.
So that was in Behind MLM, and they said, like, people are trying to say, oh, Make Wellness has got momentum, but like Julie was saying, they've noted that the traffic on the Make Wellness website has gone down 50%.
Oop.
50%. That's pretty bad.
That's very bad.
So now this is going to be an influx. I think a lot of people, I've heard some people have gone to Shackley, and I've heard John Melton is going to start his own multi-level marketing. I've got a soft spot for John Melton, by the way. I think it's misplaced. I've got these blind spots. I just think underneath that cult exterior and that smarmy, cartoonish, like ridiculous, really face, he's just so agitated. I think if that were to strip away, I think there's a cool guy underneath there. I don't want to give up on him. I want to think like some years down the road, he's going to exit and he's going to not do this anymore. But I've been told that is a delusion. I think he could. Get the fuck out, John. What the fuck are you doing? This is a scam.
That's how I used to feel about Courtney Shortney.
Yeah.
A very, very long time ago.
A long time ago, we did feel that way.
I kind of saw myself in her a little bit, like as like someone a little bit scatterbrained and someone who just very, very earnestly wants to be accepted and loved, like I can see that, and it is very unfortunate seeing people who you don't want to see the worst in all of these people, you don't want to look at Justin Prince and think of him as like a Lifetime movie villain, at the end of the day, he's a person, but he's doing things that I think are wrong.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Hello,
hey, nice to see you. You know what? Let me move you so that let's see if
No, that's okay. I don't mind. It's fine.
No, this is better. This is better.
Okay.
Is this fine? Yeah, so that we don't have to cover you because I don't want to cover
Yes.
your pretty. Yeah, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the best of times for my wallet. It was the worst of times for your wallet.
some great memories. 11 of the best years of my life, And
11 years he was with Modair. I did not know that. That's a long time.
Yeah.
He sort of he talks about because it was New Ways before that. So no,
I didn't
but
even know that.
Modair is like 23 years old, and then before that it was New Ways, so it's like beyond 20 something years old. Did you notice? I just noticed he has his book on both shelves, not just the top shelf.
Yeah.
He's got a stack of them.
Oh, it's in front of the plant.
Yes, and underneath
because you
the
have
plant.
to show the side and the front. Oh, and they're stacked under the plant. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
He has one decoration.
Oh, and then there's more in front of the picture of his children. There's more there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there is two.
Wow.
They're like business cards. He has them in his car to give out to people. He just has them in his wallet. He has a man purse, and he carries them around, and he gives them to people. He's like, be the one, Jesus.
Okay, we need to.
And went
Did
there
you
when I was
know,
32.
He's the apostle.
Sorry.
No.
You know, Mel Robbins has that book out at the moment called Let Them, and apparently it's plagiarized.
Also, that's a choice of a title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let them what?
Oh, it's just basically like, F the haters. Like, let them talk. Let them
Yeah. But
go.
like,
Let
let
isn't
them...
she
them-
married to Tony Robbins?
Let me just put like.
No.
Is that not her? Okay, sorry. Never mind. I mix people up.
Years old. It was actually
Should I skip a little bit, or should I just let him talk a little bit from here?
Well, just let him talk. We shouldn't watch the whole thing because it'll probably take us 2 hours to watch, like, because we're
No.
chatting.
Right. That's why
It's
I have
10
an
minutes long.
accoutrement. Yeah.
Yeah.
A cheese board.
a company called New Ways, which at the time was a 25-plus-year-old company. And I came in as part of this small little team to put together like this North America transition team, because the business had had a number of years of declining revenue, and we were kind of brought in as a little SWAT team. We were up on the 5th floor of this building, and I remember when he named it Modere, it was going to be either Modere or Current. Current.
Current, like the fruit. Currant. Also, yeah, this Be the One is like a bad Pinterest quote.
So
Not a
what
good one.
happened with this New Ways? What happened? What was this? The precursor of this? Was this another MLM that was collapsing and then it just like rebranded?
That's probably what
Yeah,
happened.
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like Soul People, except this one worked and that didn't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he just said we were a SWAT team for it. I'm like, is that good?
I thought he said a
imagery?
small team. I thought he said small. Did I hear that wrong?
I think he might have said both. I think he said both, but
Oh.
Okay.
yeah. So it was like they were on this thing to remake it or whatever. So yeah.
Great. Awesome. We love to see it. We are waiting for someone to remake the MLM model. We're waiting patiently.
No, destroy it.
I'm joking. It's just because they always say like, "Oh my gosh, we're coming up with something
changing the
new. We're changing it."
industry.
It's like, okay, I'm waiting.
Actually, changed.
I'm waiting.
With an A, so like a current, like in a river.
Not.
And we ultimately decided on Modere, and it meant like the mode of your life and dare to dream and modern. We're like kind of creating the word, put the line over the O. I remember when we
Yo.
The line over the O.
He wanted the line over that fucking O. He said, "That's classy.
That's class.
That's classy."
You know, some people actually use that in their language, dude, and it's not just like a little flare.
Oh my god.
He also, how do you spell dare? DARE, not DERE. Like, what the?
He just made that up on the spot.
I love him. Justin, you have my heart. I'm sorry. No one
He's
can
just
tell
a
me
himbo
differently.
at the end of the
He's
day.
a himbo. I'm joking. Hey,
Hello,
Gladys.
Gladys.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Oh, I should get some.
MLM Exit was also someone who, like, the minute that Modere was gone, she was like, "Hey, everybody, Modere's gone."
Yeah.
So if you want some on top of it anti-MLM news, her Instagram is a good place to be. And hi to everyone who's joining. It's nice to see you. We appreciate it.
everyone.
Hey, Pinky's out. Not Pinky's out. Someone said Pinky's out in chat. Yeah, and you had your pinky out. I don't know if that was
created the
was
compensation
on
plan, we were, was this whole idea of like how we're going to kind of change the way that people look at the compensation. Remember, we're sitting in the room when we
change how people look at the
Not
compensation.
changing the compensation, changing how people look at the compensation.
I love cults. Aren't they fun?
Cults are
in my
so
opinion.
cute.
In my opinion. Ooh.
Innest, my opinion.
created the words social retail. I used to draw these arrows like this. I did like social shopping, like online shopping, and I did direct sales, and I had these arrows, and I'd do a big circle. Any of you that were with us in those early years, you remember this? I'd do this big circle, and I'm like,
Julie, you are my favorite. Like, this is crazy.
Like, what is he's like, oh.
This is like a script. It's like a caricature of himself. This isn't real. I mean, you can just see through it. It's so forced, but it's like this is the spiel. And it's unfortunate that I know so many women are going to be like compelled. They're like, oh, this is so awesome. Yeah, he's really understanding. Look at how easygoing and affable he is. And it's just, I mean, he looks like he's baffled. He's just kind of groping around for different words, and he says the same thing. I'm wondering if he's going to bring out his box. Which one will it be? Modair or Make Wellness with the magnetic enclosure? Do any of them make an appearance?
We're waiting for the box. We need the box. We love. That's why Julie's here. We love her. Okay, we need this energy. Because come on, what are you doing, Justin? What are you doing? I hate him. I hate him. He is smart though for not being like, well, you know what, screw Modair, blah blah blah, you know, because like he knows that the people who were in Modair are going to be watching that company, are going to be watching this video, and they have good feelings towards it still, and they're like heartbroken. And so he's really smart to be like, oh my gosh,
it was such a great company.
I was there when we made the new name, and like these were 11 of the best years of my life, and blah blah blah. And like, I understand how you're feeling. Let me create this sense of security for you, so you feel like you can come and join me.
Yeah,
it's very smart. I don't like it, but
smart. Yeah, he is smart. He's not like, you have to really sleuth out any content from him where he's a dick. A lot of them, they can't hide it, but he's clever.
Yes,
you know, this isn't his first rodeo, and it's just unfortunate. He knows not to respond too.
Like,
he knows
even when, because sorry, we were looking at yesterday. We were looking at where his lawsuit is. Because he had seemed to be winning, right? And even when he was talking about that, he didn't crap on Modair. Like, he just talked about it, saying, you know, it's coming along, blah blah blah. Like, so he definitely was probably made to be a CEO type because he can hold that in, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where he's different from a lot of these other Manosphere dudes that we're going to be talking about. Like, we're probably going to be talking about the Anagic Aussie dudes next, who are very much like the
and like a lawn chair type people.
He was the dude who said, "I will fold you if I see you in public." You know,
I have to fix my pants, so I'm standing up.
Yeah, like Justin Prince would never say something like that. You know what I mean? Like, from what I've seen, you know, I don't like the guy, but he is smart in that way. I don't even think Ray can hide it that well.
Oh God, no, he can't hide it at all. He has contempt for everybody, including himself. It's just, it's like this. I think we've mentioned this on another. I don't know who I was speaking with. Maybe I was speaking here or something. But it's like there's this this kink of like this shame kink that they have. You know, like it's like the dude bro, the Manosphere, where it's like, oh, talk down to me, like humiliate me. This makes me feel more included. You know, it's like, it's abuse.
Yeah,
it's not strength. It's just abuse. It's really clunky. It's not attractive. But when you're uncertain, when you doubt yourself, and then you're on social media, and then your vulnerability is targeted, maybe you're just hungry or tired, and then you come across something, you'd be like, oh, this really speaks to me. You're right. I'm proving myself. I should have gone to the gym today. And it's like, just like that, you can be kind of like hooked in, you know. But Justin Prince isn't like that. He's very on brand, you know.
Yes.
He's the opposite.
Sorry, this was really funny. Here's your star for everything that you did in Modair. Here's your little star sticker, Justin. You get a star. But you're spot on. He would, fucking Justin. Do we want to watch Oh, go ahead.
Compare it to, so he was in a similar position to what Tony Van Shoy was, right? Somebody who represented the whole brand, that was respected by most people in the company. Compare how they've exited, and Tony just exposes herself as like being the most unprofessional person ever. Like, she thinks that she is a gun at everything. Like, she thinks that she's the smartest, the best at blah blah blah, you know. Like, she just is so overly arrogant, and she's not, because we've got other people to compare her to, you know.
I didn't think of her as like her and Justin Prince were in a very similar situation. It's true. They both were the face, and then they got sued after leaving and trying to go to a different thing. But I think he handled it better than she did.
Both building a new company
Mm-hmm.
from scratch.
Yeah. Do we want to watch like a few more seconds of this, and then we can hop on to maybe some of the Enagic dudes? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Whatever this circle is, that's us. And that's what we're going to be, you know? And I remember sitting in a room after traveling the entire week. I had these early 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. wake-up calls. I was traveling all week doing these presentations, sitting in this room. It was on a Saturday. Instead of going home from the airport, I went right to the office. So,
Oh, time freedom.
Wow.
So it's giving time freedom, not like, come on.
You're the
now.
best, Justin. Amazing.
You're just
He's
so
talking-
cool.
He's talking about what happened over 11 years ago. I stayed up over 12. It's like the 15 years ago. I got up at 3:30 in the morning. You can't even imagine what I did when I was in high school. One time I ran track and field and I won this race. It's like, this is what but you know, this is
literally,
it's building the mythology, you know,
Mhm.
around it. Oh, I worked so hard, 3:34 in the morning. Can you imagine doing that? No, I would never
Yeah.
be able to work as hard as him. He really has so much experience.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks it gives him credibility too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
'cause,
does.
Like, yeah.
It is. Like when I was in MLM, I'm like, yep, I would have just, you know, been spoon fed like collagen on the spoon. I would have been like,
Collagen on the spoon. It's true though. It's true. Let me reiterate what Gladys said earlier. Here's your star sticker for everything that you did. Take your little star.
sitting there with kind of our little team on the company side. You remember Bob Finnegan gets up and he goes, what if it's this? And he writes down social retail. I was like, that's it, dude. That's the story. Like, that's what we're going to run with. And I remember...
Not that's what it is. Not you nailed it on the head. You explained it so well.
That's the story?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
don't know.
Justin.
Do we need to watch any more of this one? I
No.
feel like we got it.
I think we got the essence.
I think Tish did go over this, right?
Yeah.
You said? So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
anyone
same.
wants to watch the whole thing, Tish has
or a little
that.
bit more at least, because I think she went
And I
through a
think-
few.
I think someone else has gone over it too. Did Julie Joe? No, I think Julie Joe watched some random guy's video, and then the day before Modere announced that they were closing, John Melton did a video that was titled, "If I had to rebuild my entire business from scratch, what would I do?"
Huh.
And then they closed next day.
Not
Wow.
foreshadowing at all.
Wow. Definitely
That's
not
wild.
planned. Definitely not planned. And I'm saying that
honestly don't think
sarcastically.
I don't think he did know. Like, he seems very off-put. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
he
he
has me
did.
blocked, but I've been sent screenshots. He does seem a bit like befuddled, kind of,
Yeah.
and then really defensive. You know, or not. I don't know if it's just him. I saw some posts from him, and then I saw another post, and I confused. I just assumed it was from him, but I saw another slide, and it might have been from him, where it's that defensive, accusatory. Everybody, you should be really kind to each other right now. You know, it's typical when you see one of these multi-level marketing companies shift to affiliate or just shut down. It's like that rocky, that turbulence. They're trying to like make sense of things. And when you're in a cult, it's just black or white. It's like, you're not acting the way I want you to. You're not being kind. It's like they can't find solid ground to just like look inside themselves and try to make sense of it. Some people will, but it's going to take some time. And he's very much in line. That's what I see. I think that he really didn't know. I think that he was kind of, both him and Nadia were just taken by surprise, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he didn't know, then who did? Of the reps, you know, is my opinion. The other thing I was going to say is maybe this is a little bit exaggerated, but I'd love to hear if anybody had this experience, maybe you can tell me what you think. This could be like a grieving process for some people, you know, obviously not in the same extent that it's like for losing like a loved one, but you know, but I feel like they're going to go through like the stages of grief. And that's why it's going to get really easy for them to get caught up and sucked up in another company to kind of fill in that void. Cause like, you know, you can't replace a person, but you can replace an MLM any day of the
It's
week.
that, remember how Stephen Hassan said the cult self? cult self, and so yeah, they could be grieving that part of it, and that's what makes them so susceptible to be jumping into another one without even really thinking about it, because they need to have that identity, you know.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
I think that that's exactly what's going on. Yanya Lalich talks about this too, about in Take Back Your Life, I think, where because it's a cult, multi-level, well, again, in my opinion, multi-level marketing companies, they're cults. So when a cult just like either kicks you out or it just like disbands, it's removed your decision. So you haven't had that opportunity to wake up and realize, and even after that, you got to heal from that, piece things together. But that choice is taken from you. And it's grieving anyway when you realize what it is and you leave. But when that's removed, you still don't know what's going on. There's still that attachment. So absolutely, these things just aren't companies; they're cults.
Yeah.
And so there's that whole other aspect of this too.
Yeah. And even because this is an interesting comment, apparently 2 days before he did one about how to jump MLMs. John Melton. So maybe maybe even if he did know, he just wasn't prepared, and that's why he's still so defensive. I'm just trying to think of another.
Or maybe he knew it was going down, but he didn't know when.
Like there's several things that could be happening. We have no idea. We do not claim to know. But yeah, it's unfortunate that this is happening, but in that level, because there's a bunch of people who are sad and things like that, but at the same time, like I think Alizara, hopefully I'm saying your name right, says, I hope in all of this chaos some people will find their way out.
Yeah.
I think they will. I think yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
There's
also,
a pattern.
hi, lady. Nice to see you. Sorry.
Hey.
That's okay. Yeah. There's a pattern. And I think as there's more and more content that's being made about multi-level marketing, we're going to start to get data points about this, because I can see it just with people I've spoken with that have been leaving multi-level marketing as the years have gone by now. And it's I was in this multi-level marketing company, I got fucked over, and then I joined another one and it was good. And then I got out, or then I joined another one, then I joined another one, and I started to wake up. And I know for many of us, it's a 1.5 to 2 year period of starting to question, starting to be aware that we're questioning. And I'm not, by no means is this set in stone, but it's just interesting to hear these different stories, find the similarities, because so many of them are the same. You're how in the hell do we all have the same experience? Yeah. And then just to have that information to then make more content and be when we're talking about this, there's somebody here that's from Modere, and I know that you're watching this, and this can be very confusing. You might be feeling really triggered and just thinking, this is wrong. You're not letting him talk, you're interrupting, but yet you're still here. So I just want to say to you, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here.
And we're not going to kick you out, as long as you're not being rude to anybody in the chat or anything like that. You're welcome. You don't have to say a word, do your thing, take your time. And even if we're not the right creators, there's a lot out there that you might relate to more. So take your time, and hopefully you can find your way out.
And that's probably the best advice, is if you think that you would be friends with one of the anti-MLM creators, they're probably the best person to reach out to. And I imagine everyone except for maybe the big ones are going to send you a message back. I'm also just going to drop in the chat, MLM Exit, the amazing creator that she is, has a website which is about how to exit if you want a very explicit guide. So I'm going to drop that in now.
Yeah, it has a lot of resources on it. It's a great place to start. And I'm glad that somebody made that, because that is a gap that is missing. I have no idea how to help somebody out of an MLM other than to just, say that I'm here to support, so that is a good resource and a place to start. And I'm sure as more people make content about this, more resources like that can be made as well. So thank you for making that, Gladys. And it's in the chat. We'll put it in the description later. Are we ready for our next video? Or do we have anything else that we want to say about Modere?
Are we going to do the Aussies, the Legacy Brotherhood? Okay, so these
That's
guys,
what they're called?
That's one of the teams is called Legacy Brotherhood. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Don't vomit too much.
Only a little
They
bit.
a lot of the Enagic teams are called have legacy in the title because when you get to a certain rank in Enagic, they have these legacy ranks, and a legacy rank is you get passive income like without even doing anything. So every month you get an extra payment. Now, how hard is it to get to legacy? Very ridiculously hard because
Yeah,
remember Kylie X Stevenson, my
of
friend
course, my
Kylie.
queen. Hmm.
I've been covering her for 2 years, maybe, and she has been knocking on Legacy's door that whole time, and she hasn't made it.
She's
And
not even she's there.
no,
Wow.
she still isn't there. Oh,
Wow.
maybe I haven't watched. I taped a live from her the other day, and I was so excited because I haven't had a live from her in a while. But her partner that she retired, he's gone back to work. He's gone back to work. Anyway,
And
so
there's no shame in
like,
that.
no, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also like, baby, what does that say about your business?
And also for them, I'm sure it must feel like a failure, when at the end of the day, you just have to do what you have to do to get by.
but
But
she
how much
didn't
of
admit it was a failure. She just said,
Yeah.
my partner had a year off. She didn't, but when it happened, I retired my partner.
oh
So
my
it's all a web of lies. But
yeah.
so Legacy Brotherhood is a team that's underneath Clint and Kurt and Christy. Clint the rapper.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Bang bang bang, I'm a killer. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
they're most of the teams are underneath them. And the Legacy Brotherhood is also under this guy Brody. You know Brody, don't you? Yeah, Brody.
We love Brody.
Brody was the original template for the funeral, for the graveyard. He did the graveyard reel like 4 years ago, and then our friend Carl did it. And so there's this big blokey like bunch of dickheads
Yep.
in who are just like we're the carnivore diet, and they're anti-vax, and they think that there's chemtrails in the sky, and they're still talking about the COVID vaccine, even though like dudes, move on. Nobody's fucking
Yeah.
yes, it's still a problem, but like nobody
Yeah.
cares anymore. Just shut the
Yeah.
fuck up about
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
and so on and so forth, and so the Legacy Brotherhood is a part of that. And there's a wonderful creator on Instagram, used to go by Pork Soda, and now is well, there's another one, Lucian. Oh, what is the other one? But this person keeps a very keen eye on all of those guys because
Yes. They're
the internet
dickheads.
is forever, and they say really dumb things a lot of the time. So let's
Yeah.
see what they
He was the one who first covered
threaten.
that person threatening him, I think in particular, because it seemed like it was specifically targeted at him because he was talking about a cartoon, and I know that Pork Soda
Cartoon.
had a picture of Cartman as his profile picture, so I think it was very specifically targeting him. But it could have been at any of the people who talk about Enagic. They get really mad, and they also think that they're tough ish. Unlike Justin Prince, they don't have a problem with saying whatever they want on the internet.
No. Ooh,
So,
thank you,
oh
Lucian
yes,
Val.
Lucian Val. Yes. So let's see how many of these dudes we catch in this one. So this one says the caption of this one is "Paradise becomes reality."
Ooh. Also, they never wear shirts, and
Yeah.
it's very
Like
homoerotic.
ever.
Because why would they? Why would they?
Why would you wear a shirt when you're so beefy?
When you
Okay, to be fair, if I okay, I'm gonna be for real right now. If I looked like that, I wouldn't wear a shirt like ever.
okay, but you wouldn't be a dick. So next,
I wouldn't be a douchebag, but I wouldn't wear a shirt.
Okay, it's funny because it says, "Guess what we all have in common." What wrong answers? I would like to hear wrong answers.
Skinny calves. Skinny calves.
Okay.
Wait, why did I not free? Oh my god! Yeah.
It's because
Skipping leg day. Skipping
Why?
leg day. They skip
Yeah.
leg day.
yeah,
What else?
scammers. We like to scam about water
Scammers, yeah.
filters, in my opinion. Oh,
Um,
Pork Soda got shut down. Dang, that's
they've
unfortunate.
definitely all been kicked out of a nightclub for being too drunk.
Yeah, they definitely don't tip their bartenders.
Oh,
We don't tip in Australia anyway, because
really?
the people get paid a living wage when they work
Oh.
at a bar.
Well,
Don't relate.
here,
Don't
if
relate.
they were here, they wouldn't be tipping anybody.
No,
that's
no.
that's I can agree with that.
Damn it.
They all
Imagine that.
bought a Bintang shirt when they went to Bali.
Oh yes, they all live. Some of them live in Bali.
Oh.
Which I have a lot of
So they're
feelings
selling
about that
King into the
because they're making they're making Australian money or American dollars or the money from their countries, and they're using it to go live on Bali money, which is worth a lot. You know what I mean? And it feels a little bit exploitative.
Absolutely.
To me. I don't like it. Guess what we all have in common?
You got a drone for $200.
We all work online and travel the world. Yay!
Oh my god, guys, don't you guys all want to work online and travel the world with skinny calves?
Aren't you dying to go?
I don't even know
be
where
with
to
them?
go with that. Just skinny calves.
I do have a thing about skinny calves. I do have to admit, and it's not good, but that's what I am. I am what I am. But I think, can you imagine if they just dropped this shit and they just hung out? They could do this. Like they're flying their drone and it's really cool and they took some shots and it's like, do your thing. You can still hang out and have a community. But this is like Kongan and Najik. I mean, come on. There's been people that have already been out, people that they had recruited that are like, they had to go back to a job. They're like, well, and they're feeling bad about themselves. And all it is they just keep talking about them. What do I do? What do I do? Take a break and look at your downline, who you claim that you care about and you love and you want to uplift, but you can't because you must keep talking about yourself and you're going like a hamster wheel in your brain because you are in a cult, a commercial cult. And I just think here they are, they're in like the prime of their lives. They're having fun. They could this is going to be tainted now in the future when some of them wake up and they exit and they're going to be embarrassed by this,
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
they have, they could be having real friendship and not this distorted thing of masculinity going on. They are already good enough. And it just when I see an MLM company taking advantage of people's time, they're making free advertisements for them. And then some of them are going to be aware that they're exploiting other people. Some of them are fully aware of what they're doing. Most aren't. And it just pisses me off. It's just such wasted opportunity, wasted creativity, wasted that these guys aren't going to get back,
No. Look where they are right now. And this is what they're doing with it. Being like, look, join my watercolor company.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that these guys definitely prey upon like people who are lonely, like that loneliness epidemic which is in young males like that. Hang on, can you pop the screen back up, because I want to point out one person in this crowd, which is going to make people angry, but I want to show you somebody. So on the tattooed guy on the far side, right?
Yes.
And then there's a smaller guy next to him.
Yes.
That is Chris. Chris is the guy who said, "Oh, fucking fold you." That's his little brother. He is 15 and he is traveling with Chris around the Bali, blah blah blah. And he also has like online fucking like earn an income online. He's already doing all of the Enagic stuff. He's not enrolled, but he advertises for the company as well.
That is so
Is
disgusting.
he not in school?
No, he's with the brother.
Is that
He's with the brother.
allowed?
I don't know. Like
How
you
is
can
he
leave
not in school?
in Australia. You can leave school if you can leave when you are turning 16. When you're 16, it's non-compulsory. So I don't know what they do to get around that.
That's so
But,
sad,
yeah.
though. You know what I mean? And it's
This isn't going to do anything for him.
No, and all of his memories are going to be attached to this. The 15 is like a very, very important
Also,
time.
he's 15. Why is he hanging out with grown men?
Those are grown. He should
That's
be
a grown man.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't at all hang out with people that are not your age. I mean,
Hell no.
look
I mean,
look what I'm doing right now, right? But like, I love you guys. I'm just saying,
you can get value
like,
from people that are older than you, but I feel like in the formative years
When
of
you're
like
15,
14, 15, 16,
that's when
Not
you
when
hang
you're
out.
15.
people being like 4 years older than you when you're 15
It's
is
a
a
lot.
lot.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And these people are definitely more than 4 years older.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's just like, what influence are they having on him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's sad.
That
Like,
is
he
very
should be
sad.
in school with people his own age.
There's a lot of other things he should be doing. Oh, that's so sad. Like,
But also, like,
I
they
don't
would
mean that in a
be
mean way.
those people would be the high rollers, and I betcha he's drinking and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff because he would be allowed to.
To be
Oh no,
fair,
those
I
guys say
do
that
know
they
his
don't drink.
brother.
I think
He is sober. He has made a
Yeah.
big point about being sober. That is something that I don't like because unfortunately it kind of ends up being tied a lot to I'm sober and I'm good with an adjunct and all of this. So it's not just about sobriety,
Yeah.
Apart from, you know what? I love that for him. Live his journey. I'm glad he's better, but it sucks that it has to be. And I'm not trying to make you
Mhm.
I'm just there when you're that age. I think it's important to hang out with people your age. I just don't want it to sound like I
Completely.
don't think that you shouldn't hang out with people of all ages because
I
that would
know,
be very
15
hypocritical
Yeah,
of me.
because he's 15. I am not
Imagine-
15.
Let's just
Also, I'm not-
imagine
Sorry,
if
yeah,
it was a sister. What if it was a sister? That'd be even worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
bad all over, but like yeah.
Yeah. So this next one is when you've accidentally built a business teaching freedom. So now you're obligated to sip coconuts on beaches.
May I please point out one of his tattoos? It's
No.
just bags of money.
Oh, what?
Really?
Bags.
Oh, yeah. They're
of
straight up.
money.
It's just bags of money. They're
Do y'all see that?
they're very big bags of money. Yes. I did
Mhm.
not notice that before. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger.
Weird.
Wow.
You can just maybe do one of those.
Wow, it's just money. Yeah. Wow.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
No, I don't think that makes it.
I'm sorry, but
And
But
like
yeah.
again, they're on they're having
like,
the time
you're
of their
having
life.
fun, and I'm glad you're having fun. Have a good time, live your life. But why do you have to do it under the context of a fucking water filter and money bag tattoos and all that?
Because they're not just doing this to sip coconuts on the beach. They're doing it to
I mean-
sell the.
Yeah.
He literally said to prove his point. He's doing it to prove his point. He said it in the
very
video.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to put it back? So
Oh,
that we
sorry.
don't
I'll
cover
put it
Julie?
back. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Julie. Yeah. I hate it. 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 And I hate that his brother's involved. Oh man, I didn't think I could hate it more. They're definitely the Manosphere type. This is the last one that I'll show from them, probably ? Unless there might be other ones, but I'm not sure if it's them. So this one is okay. If you don't want to get mad about medication and antidepressants for a minute,
Oh my god, the little brother's in the back of this one. Fuck.
of
Sorry.
course. Yeah, if you don't want to get mad about that, then maybe just like hop off for like a few minutes because we will probably not the
Well-
man spreading. Yeah, he's
yeah.
proving his point. He's proving his point.
Look how big my dick is, guys.
If you don't want to get mad about that, because we're probably going to talk about that for a minute, then just hop off for 5 minutes. We'll be back with talking about something else. So this is antidepressants that actually work. So if you
him jumping into a pool while his little brother.
So of course he's in Bali, because in Bali you can rent a really, really nice hotel with like your own private pool and stuff for probably a lot less money than you would if you were to just do it in Australia. And so of course he's showing this off, right? Antidepressants that actually work. He does a flip anytime he can. I can't say that I wouldn't.
I can't say I wouldn't if I could do a flip.
5 a.m. club, so yoga. Real food. I'm sorry, I can get that out of Norms. it would be just.
See, the one thing I'll give him is it's probably way less processed, and like it's probably
it definitely is.
Come
like
on.
the quality of the ingredients are probably better, but I know that's not what he's talking about. I know he's like, I'm just eating meat with no salt and egg with no nothing, so I can make my body sad, so that I can be big beefy man. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You could be talking about how the quality of food that you're eating is better, maybe because you're in a different place that doesn't have all the stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's so sad. Like it just is showcasing and highlighting their insecurities and what they think is masculinity and what is a successful businessman. And it's these tired tropes of drinking coconut on the beach. It would be the equivalent of a woman in Monet or Arbonne on a trip, and then the foot shot, she's laying down and you see the
it's
the
hot
that
dog legs.
Yeah, and it's just sad where you think like they think that this is the perception of wealth and success.
Yeah,
and this could be like you're on a vacation and you're just sharing pictures and you're having fun, but it's meant to be like, this is so much, I'm better than you, and this is going to be your life. And it's like it's Mr. Transparent Man. That's what it's so hollow. They've hollowed out what the experience could be with this ridiculous illusion that Bali is, this is great. What was so funny is that right when this kind of came on my radar was Marco had released a video talking about Bali. It's like pretending this is what it's like to be an influencer. And he like made it really really expensive. And I thought, oh my God, like you couldn't even have asked for better timing. And it's this where it's like, antidepressants. It's like, tell me you aren't of the world. Like you don't have much life experience. I mean, you don't, I mean, anybody that is, you think of, I think of veterans, like my partner, he was in the Army for 4 years. My dad was in the Canadian Air Force for 35 years. And I just think of somebody, this is an antidepressant. And I'm like, you're just a little boy inside and you're trying to act like a man, and it's sad and it's being exploited. And then in turn, exploiting others. So it's like bringing in his brother, who is 15 years old, into a high control group. When you have of different ages where it's informed consent, you're like, oh yeah, I'm not, if I don't show up, it's not a big deal. Like this is like, he has nowhere to go. He's in another country. He's with all these guys. These are like elders. This is a family now. There's so many different bonds that are like influencing him. And and if his brother, like, let's just say, give him the benefit of the doubt, you know what? He is young, dumb, and full of cum. And by gad, he got in and he fucking made it. And he has the proof. He's making $80,000 a month. Like he's got this success. So he wants to help his family. He wants to help his brother. He's like, if I could go back in time, I'd get in right away. So he could very well, not understand what he's a part of, like giving him the benefit of the doubt and think this is a natural assumption then for him to bring his brother in and be like, I've got you. Look at how positive this is. And it can feel extraordinarily positive. You will believe it. They'll have so much energy. They're in shape. They're working out. They're getting up early. They're like, they feel off, and they don't realize what they're a part of. And that's so fucking sad to me, because he has evidence of success. And he's right to be angry about anybody pointing out anything, because he's like, I have evidence. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I have the money bags tattooed. You can't tell me I don't got money.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say too. This is a flex. Look at me. I can afford this lifestyle. So it's like I am. Here's my social proof. Here's my social proof that I am actually achieving this. And what Lily said with the like they're in Bali, they definitely treat it like like we're better than the locals.
Yeah, it's like, this is my 24/7 vacation so that I can show it off all the time. It's gross. It's gross. I'll keep playing a little bit more. It's not too long of a video. Daily movement.
Another
Again,
flip.
nobody, if you go to a doctor, you don't think that any doctor is going to say, hey, are you moving your body? Are you drinking water? Are you doing these things? They're double checking with you to making sure that you're doing these things. I don't understand the assumption that they just shove pills in your face and tell you to go home. Have you never spoken to a doctor before? Daily movement, sunlight, again, with the coconuts on the beach. Travel. Okay. Leave the monkeys alone. Leave him alone.
If he eats your face off, don't be surprised.
Can you
And
not?
Don't sue anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Because if that monkey eats your face off, you know damn well that he's gonna get litigious all of a sudden, and he's gonna know.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's gonna.
All of a sudden, his uncle in Australia is gonna pull up like Better Call Saul and be like, "Surprise! Like, be so for real?"
You know Carl, the guy who with the mirror sunglasses who did the graveyard, the latest one. He got full body tattoos when he was in Bali, and one got infected. One of his legs got infected. He had sepsis. He was in hospital, and he was the whole time he was talking about like, oh, this is so good, and it was very cheap because it was in Bali. And then when he got home and he got sick, and it made him, and he was in hospital, he was like, I'm gonna sue them. And it's like, I bet you can't. I bet you can't, because I bet you signed a waiver, friend.
And that's what you do. Well, okay.
But that's it.
How much you want to bet it's also because he was in Bali and just took care of it shittily? I don't even want to completely blame the artist. You know what I mean? He was tattoos on vacation rarely ever go well. Partially because they could not trust the best artist, but also because they're in Bali. They want to get in the water. They want to go on the beach. Yeah. What if it rains? You're not thinking of the care that is necessary to literally heal a wound in your skin.
When you're on 24/7 vacay mode. Yeah.
Also, if he got them all on one trip.
That's what I was just about to say.
Your body
so much he had, to heal.
Your body needs to fucking heal. Because it's literally an open wound in your skin. Your body needs to basically, like, it's an open wound. So if anything gets into it, your body needs to be able to fight that. If there's a lot of different places where you're doing that, it's going to be a lot harder. Your body is spreading itself thin. So even if he wanted to blame the artist, I don't even know if he could.
I'm so mad.
I'm so upset.
Oh, come on.
I'm so upset because he probably wanted to blame the artist too. And mind you, I don't know if it was the artist's fault, but I have a feeling the aftercare was not at the level it should have been.
And I will say, I'm not like anti-travel. I think it's awesome to like go and experience other things and other cultures, and like if you have the ability to like to open your mind and to meet other people, but like don't travel and be exploitative and just treat the land like a vacay. You know what I mean? Like there are ways where you can do it and be respectful and you know, give a little bit more back because you're going to a place that like it's a little bit cheaper, so like, you know, you find ways to give more. Like don't be disrespectful. This just does not feel very respectful to the land at all. I don't get a good vibe.
No. Why are you touching the damn monkeys?
Yeah, leave the monkeys alone.
Why are you feeding the monkeys?
Yeah, good for him. Zero
leave
booze.
Them alone.
But
good for the zero booze, but also don't make the people that use that I'm not going to say use booze, but that drink. Don't make fun of the people that drink and say that you're better than them just because they drink. Obviously, alcohol abuse is a big issue, and if that's something that you have a problem with, please do your thing and get help. But not everyone that uses alcohol is addicted to it, and I don't think that makes you a lower vibrational being because you like to have a bit of Don Julio and act a foolio. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Is he doing that? Is he like trying to say that he's better than other people because he doesn't drink?
I mean, it said antidepressants that actually work.
Not drinking.
So I'm not saying that lessening alcohol intake for certain people can't help, but girl.
Can I make a point that when you're on antidepressants, a lot of them, you really aren't supposed to be drinking anyway. So a lot of people who are on antidepressants don't drink. So that's not a great point. Also, he's saying an antidepressant that works, meditation. Baby girl. Maybe you didn't.
How many of us do all of that though?
if meditation cured your depression, you might have not had clinical depression. You might have just been going through a depressive state, or you might have been sad, or you might have been
sad.
Come
and that's
on.
valid. There's nothing wrong with being sad.
Come on.
And there's nothing wrong with it not being depression. That doesn't mean that it wasn't valid. But also, if meditation and walking and coconut water is what healed you, then I don't think that you have clinical depression. Like, I'm sorry, baby, I needed Lexapro. I needed my prescribed Xanax.
I need a cocktail.
And I need
not an actual cocktail.
Like
I mean a medication.
I take my little medication cocktail at night, and it's fabulous, and it helps me a lot.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But I do that, and I also do most of this. Let's be so for real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying this stuff can't help, but saying it's an antidepressant, like, no, baby.
Very sad.
If this is what helps, then it probably wasn't depression, babe.
Yeah.
It was just sad.
Yeah. Meditation, solid crew.
Solid
crew. That's Enagic. That's the Enagic team. There's Brody with the beard.
Nice. Nice. Solid crew. And then find your why.
Which ties into join Enagic.
Yeah. Because what does that mean without having the context of multi-level marketing?
Yeah, if
you know what I mean?
If you just saw this, would it be like, what are you talking about? Find your why? Connect.
Find my why.
And we know that is MLM speak. We know that that's part of their dialogue.
Yep. Yeah, that's not an antidepressant, Brody, but thanks for trying.
Next, Dr. Brody failed.
Dr. Brody. That's why he's not a doctor.
He's Brody.
Do we? Ooh, you know what? You know what? I'm very excited for this one personally because I actually threw in a little edit at the end of this.
Oh, you did?
What
do you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Have you tried like not being sad? Yes.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
I have. I have tried that. Thank you. I have tried. So this next one is Grant Cardone. He inspires a lot of these dudes, unfortunately. And I threw in a little edit at the end just because I thought it was going to be fun.
No, I'm scared.
The other thing
is,
wait, go ahead.
Did you know Grant Cardone has a like a children's program?
Oh.
I'll post something that's got
but the drag queens are trying to indoctrinate the children, right, guys?
Yeah, we're the problem. The gays.
Sorry.
So I did edit this just because he takes forever to get to the point, and I don't have that much time to like get to it. Again, if you guys are like, please, I need to say something, let me know because there's something in me that really wants to speed through this guy. Just a heads up.
Let us know. Can we turn off the camera for a few minutes?
We'll give him bag.
Fixing my pants.
We'll give him the bag. Yes.
For some reason, these are really
okay. I've never seen someone referred to as a chin strap, and that's pretty funny.
I'm sorry. He got that F1 neck.
He does. He
got that F1 neck.
So if you don't know why he would have an F1 neck, F1 drivers, because of the G force, they have big necks.
They have very thick necks.
It's a thick neck, and it's not. It's just an observation.
It's just an observation. I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm just saying he got that F1 neck.
Got a lot of gravity.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude, their necks are huge. Pay attention if you ever see a photo. Their necks.
There's one.
Enormous and juicy.
Somebody compared one of their necks to one of their girlfriend's waist. The girlfriend's waist was like 12 inches and his neck was like 8 inches. It was really funny. It was really funny. I'll put it in the community post later. Anyway, Grant Cardone.
I'll post something that's got grammatical issues. The first book I ever wrote had hundreds of misspelled words, not a few, hundreds of them. And I remember a guy, first person to tell me about him, I didn't see him, and he sends me this whole spreadsheet, like 40 pages of corrections. I just want to be sure you get it right. I said, bro, it's a best-selling book.
You're telling me you were too lazy to hire an editor because you thought that you could make the best piece of art possible without another man touching it.
The thing is, another person saw the issue, so maybe it was an editor, and he says, I do not care.
No, but I think it was probably just someone that read it and was like, hey, I'm going to be nice. Oh,
Lily.
Oh, Lily.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Lily.
This is a good description of him. How to become a real estate guru with zero money.
Yeah, that guy. That's this guy.
That's this guy. If you want a quick, who's this guy? He's inspired a lot of the dude bros in MLM, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. One of them
And
being
he's a
Ray.
Scientologist too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Let's not
as
forget.
well. We shan't forget.
Let's not forget that he's a Scientologist, which will be very important later when we see some of the people that were at his conference.
Good
Oh
point.
yeah, we did do a alpha male video if you want to check that out. There's some coaches that think that they can teach you how to be a real man. And it's okay.
It's a bet.
That's true. The people who don't think that they need an editor are probably the people who need an editor the most.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not.
He's so sloppy and unprofessional. Everything is meant to be, it doesn't matter what I do, I can sneeze and it will be a bestseller. Like, I just don't care. Anything I do is going to be a magnificent work of art. He's so full of shit. And you can see it. And you can see, like, the smiling guy besides, like, anything he says, I'm just, like, so enamored with you. Like, you're such a genius. And he's such, like, look at him.
Yeah.
When I was in MLM, I did not realize he was a Scientologist. And just that fact alone, I know when people learn that, they're like, that can be a lot of, like, that can be a cognitive dissonance for people in MLM. Even if somebody's in Modere and they're happening to watch this video, this can be something you're like, what? Are you kidding me? Because that can help get people out.
Yeah. I think Claude was a Scientologist also. Which one was Claude in? Is she just an MLM coach now, or was she in Modere? Or did I make that up?
She was in Body.
Okay, sorry, I just made that up. I do that sometimes, that I think that people are in the wrong company. But yeah, that's why we like to bring up Grant also, because he's a Scientologist, and I think he gets kind of posted around as like, oh, look how inspirational he is. And it's like, no, he's not. He really isn't.
Best-selling book. And he's like, huh? I said, it's a bestseller, son. I'm sloppy. I push hard. I push fast.
I love Julie. Julie, you literally said earlier, he's sloppy, and there he goes, calling himself sloppy.
Tapped in, turned on. I got the MLM fucking ex-Hun bot still in. I'm like,
the
I'm
frequency.
The frequencies are aligned.
The frequencies are vibing right now, guys.
I know.
Guys. And again, we're not saying that there isn't value in not taking yourself so serious, like 100% seriously. Like, I always remember Julie saying, like, you can literally take a video of you throwing a potato and post it on TikTok. Like, just do it. Just post the thing, So I see the value in that, but it feels like that doesn't feel like it just feels like he's bragging about being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
So if that was the point that you wanted to make it better, buddy.
Yes. I remember Bill Gates. Bill Gates says, look, if Microsoft can't be the best, let's make it look like it's the best. Like, the attitude is like, get to the market, get to the market, be in the market, put it in people's hands. We can fix it later. Because
I love that. I want to hear y'all's opinions on that.
Fake it till you make it. It's the MLM thing. It's the MLM bread and butter. Fake it till you make it.
Yep.
Can you imagine, like, comparing yourself to Microsoft, like some product or some update, like Windows 11, and it's like filled with what a full, like, 40 pages of all the errors. It's just fine. We just got to get it out there. No, that's not how business works.
No,
but apparently he's, like, also cosplaying as a businessman with this
cosplay.
Absolutely.
Sorry, you ate with that.
What I've never even knew that he's written a book. Is it called 10X? Has anybody ever heard that he's written a book outside of his small circle of multi-level marketing people, or is this something else that's just sold to Amway?
Probably because it has so many goddamn spelling errors. People open it, they read a little bit of it, and they're like, "This guy's a dumbass."
This guy won't even proofread his book. Be so for real.
But then it's a test.
We want to keep people.
Huh?
It's a test. Yeah. Are you going to accept? Are you going to accept this? If you're in our cult, you need to accept that he is flawed. You need to accept his way of spelling something differently. It's like the Enagic one. You need to say that Clint is a good rapper. That's the test. If you don't think Clint is a good rapper, then you can't be a part of the cult. Like it's that test. Yeah.
I know it sounds weird to say it like that, but it's true. There are people who think of it that way.
Yeah.
People excited with new products. So we're willing to hit people with a new product that's got bugs in it. Now, the perfectionist says, no, we need to wait. Okay, we got to get it perfect. We got to get it fixed, which means you're going to get slaughtered in the marketplace by a beast. that runs faster and dominates the market.
No, I think you're gonna get slaughtered by a beast that spells words correctly. Next.
This is the worst advice for business ever.
This is really bad.
This is so funny. Sorry, we can fix it later is not the best plan. Signed, a product liability defense attorney.
Wow.
You won't take it from me.
Liz.
Take it from the defense attorney. Be so for real. We can fix it later. Because he was trying to compare it to the iPhone, because I cut a little bit out because he was going on and on and on, and it's like, but your book is not an iPhone that you can change later.
Yeah,
And
and you know,
also,
there was there was that one video Hannah Alonso had made. I think it was this controversy over these people that were selling pajamas, and the quality was just shit. Like the colors weren't being matched. Like I think these were influencers on TikTok, I believe, and they had said it's going to be this great thing for the family, and the prices were just like out of this world. They weren't comparable to what you could find, particularly with the quality. The fabrics were different. The colors didn't match. They just didn't. They just didn't match. The fit was awful. So, you know, in this rush to just what is it to put out an inferior product to completely destroy your brand and reputation, then you've achieved that goal. So his advice, I believe, is geared towards people in like scammy shit like MLMs, because you're supposed to just ignorance on fire. That's the parlance that makes sense when you're in an MLM. Just do anything. Just be imperfect. Just go out there and just do your pitch. It's like rush, and then you're not taking the time to do something, an actual business, somebody that took pride, like a bakery or an Etsy shop or somebody that was crocheting something and selling. They're not going to put out an inferior product. It's a reflection on them. There's a pride in their work.
Yep.
He's such a fucking dork, you know?
And he's saying like, wait, go ahead.
I was just thinking that I think, and that's what Lisa said. I'm like, did Elon Musk read his book? Because that's what he's been doing with his businesses the whole time. Get out, break stuff, and then fucking
fix it later.
You know, like all of them have this opinion of it's better to apologize than to, you know, like that, to ask for forgiveness instead of ask for permission.
Oh, yeah.
And it's disgusting.
It is.
That mindset is dangerous. For
Very dangerous.
For other people and for yourself, it can be too.
You can do that for a video game to a degree, but not the way he's making it sound. If the video game comes out completely glitchy,
no one's gonna want to wait for the next version to come out.
People get mad. People get mad. So it's not just the way that he's making it sound like, oh, you can just like throw it up, and like it's not that simple.
It's empty platitudes. That's impressive because he's saying it with confidence.
Yeah.
With a big old smile. With the biggest smile. And if you're listening to this advice of Grant's and you're like, oh, maybe this is a good idea, your reputation is all you have. And if you're willing to just like poop on it so that you can put out bad quality products so you want to be a beast in the market, I don't think that's a good idea.
Overwhelms the customer with new products.
He's a beast that overwhelms the customer with new products. That doesn't make me feel like I want to buy from you, right?
Nope.
No.
While you're sitting back in your laboratory saying, hey, we're going to make it perfect. This is why men have an advantage in social media over women. Because women got to do the filter, got to fix their hair, got to do their makeup.
Or bodybuilding world champion season.
He's got to go pump first.
Yeah.
That's why I saved this clip. Because what the actual F?
Sorry, what the fuck?
And you know the funny thing is, if we don't put on any makeup, we get made fun of.
If I don't do my hair and do my makeup and do stuff, people tell me that I look like crap. And that I don't try hard enough.
Are you tired?
People like you tell me that I don't try hard enough.
Yeah, what Tish said. Are you tired?
No, this is just my face.
You can't. There is no winning.
There's no winning. You don't try.
He's a small and weak, petty little man. When you need to try to insult anybody, I don't even know what kind of point he's making, but he just likes to insult people. That's how he then positions himself with some kind of authority, or to have some kind of to be impressive. He should be able to just stand on like, look at these are my accomplishments. And he's like, well, this is why men are so much better. Where's your statistics? Because I don't see that. Maybe in the small, like ever decreasing circle of this influence. But I mean, if you look at amount of followers out there from any kind of area, any genre, there's a lot of women that are also influencers that are doing just fine. It's just such a weird flex. It's this weird kind of insult. I think it's kind of reinforcing that when you're in his circle or in his influence, this is how that you behave. Like, it's like, this is the test. And it's like he's just laying out the rules. And by you disagree, you're going to look like a fool. Well, how can you disagree? He's just so full of shit. Nobody even knows who this guy is outside of MLM.
Yeah.
Just
and douchey
and
like
Scientology.
And
douchey,
yeah,
like crypto guys and stuff like that. You know, those sorts
it's
of
true.
guys.
It's true. And I love the misogynistic part coming out. And remember, he's a Scientologist, so definitely not related, right? No, they have
never be related. Why would you even bring that up?
Yes, and yes, this is the guy who was investigated by the FBI.
Yeah,
I don't think anything ended up coming out of that, which is why I don't bring it up all the time. But still, it happened. And
you know what?
Really hard to like build a strong legal case when you're like the government, you know. So I'm not saying that they didn't find anything. That's my humble opinion. Sorry, what
I
was
just realized you're vag and I'm T&A. I'm tits and ass. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's cute. That's really cute.
We're having a very full circle moment here.
I'll be right back.
no
Everything
problem.
is represented.
No problem.
I'm also thinking
You
of
can
this
keep going.
as, you know, when he's mentioning it's like, oh well, men have this advantage over women. Men put just as much thought and care into their appearance, especially on social media, positioning the camera, the lighting, doing multiple takes. They may not be applying makeup, but they're certainly doing their hair. They're certainly like, you know, buttoning the shirt, doing multiple takes. It's the same amount, if not more. This is disingenuous.
Yeah.
Anybody that's on TikTok, any guy that's on TikTok would be like, no, that's not true, because you do multiple takes on any kind of piece of content. If you're making content, it's not going to be just one and done. It's just like so effortless and just going to put something out there. No.
I just hate that idea. It is just not true. It just isn't true. And the people who like are the ones who have like big social media followings, who are dudes, they still post curated content in specific moments. I think one of the people who has like one of the biggest social media followings that I can think of is Messi, but it's because he's a freaking world famous Argentinian soccer player. It's not because he's got like the social media game down pat. It's because like the Argentinians are obsessed with him, like he's like another god on earth, and other people are impressed by his soccer capabilities, so they like to see what you know what I mean? It's like you said, it's so disingenuous. Like, you think that Messi's not like, oh, take one more picture, please. Like, come on.
He doesn't want people to think. He wants, you need to substitute his philosophy, his ideology for your own, where it's just a mess. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And it's just that arrogance and that confidence, you just say it like that, and then you insult people, and people capitulate. They're like, oh, you must know more than me because you have lots of money. You know, you'll see people saying, well, must be really easy to, you know, slam this guy, but who's the billionaire? Well, he's not the billionaire either.
Right.
He's full of shit.
The FBI has never been to my place.
Yeah. How many times have there been people like just acting like, you know, they rent a jet, they book a time with like a Lamborghini, and then it's exposed, oh, look, they didn't have this after all. It's all for show. When you have to keep talking about how much wealth you have, how effortless this has to be, and men are better at social media than women. He's all over the fucking map. He's not making any sense. It's meant to disorient. And it's meant just to, like, that guy is just enraptured, and anybody else watching this is going to be picking it up and be like, everything he makes sense. They're going to be taking notes, and they're going to be like, oh, sign me up for your next course. I can't wait to get to the 10X convention, you know?
Oh, he claimed that this year's was the last one that happened was the last one. No more 10X.
Thank God.
It's over.
It's over, everybody.
I'm sure next year it's going to be 100X. I'm sure. I am waiting for Tish to come back before I play the video because my edit is gonna come in. But you're basically an oracle, Julie. Let me just put it that way. With the private jet. You're spot on. You're spot on with that. You told. Okay, Tish is back. Ready?
Ty's back there. Ty Lopez. He's back there. Ty's a friend of mine. He's back there pumping up right now. He's trying to get his pec swollen. You know. So like you watch my social media. Most of it's not planned. 90% of it's not planned.
Oh, if you have a sensitivity to flashing lights, maybe just this is not a good moment for you because his convention has a lot of stuff. I tried to cut it out as much as possible, but his convention has some things. So, yeah. Well, most of his social media is not planned, guys.
This guy is inspiring. There's something genuine about Grant Cardone.
You watch my social media. Most of it's not planned.
I really connected with Grant because I grew up with my dad like he did.
You watch my social media. Most of it's not planned. Most of it's not planned.
Don't make me happy, folks.
10x. Oh, Grant.
Wow.
Grant.
Does he? Is that
it's
true?
It's the biggest convention in the world, guys.
Yeah.
It's the biggest convention in the world. I feel
Just
like Anime
Kanye is
Con
the
is
number one
bigger.
hair care in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and it was approved by the FDA. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Brady. That's good. We love Tom Brady,
Did
right?
we?
No. Oh, who? Not John Travolta, the fellow
yeah,
Scientologist.
Yeah.
Follow Scientology.
We love Scientology. No, we don't.
Isn't that
I'm
so
surprised Tom
cute?
Cruise isn't on the stage with you. I suppose you're not high ranking enough.
Ah!
Give a little more money, maybe. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, just pay some more money, get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you prayed to Xenu enough? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. He's gonna get mad at me. That's their secret god. It's at the very top of the thing.
But why do you know it if it's a secret?
It got leaked. We love to see it.
Xenu.
Xenu! Oh my god! No, that's my eyes! Not him being like, yeah, and me being like, this is the last person I want to think about right now. Why were March?
Why was Trump third? Why wasn't he first? That's so bizarre.
I don't know. They put him in the middle. They put him in the middle. Why is Schwarzenegger going to these things?
Tom Brady was before the president.
Tom Brady was first. Tom Brady. That's going to capture your attention. The GOAT. Okay. Mike Tyson, CEO. Yes, remember, guys, he did not plan any of this. This wasn't planned. Oh, he's a star.
You watch my social media. Most of it's not planned.
So that was a fucking lie.
That was brilliant. That
Thank
was
you.
so good.
Thank you. I'm
Put it out as a reel. Put it out as a reel, please.
That's
Thank
gotta
you.
be like a.
Thank
Are you
you.
gonna release that or something?
Well,
just
I'll put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
Are you gonna
yeah.
do it as a YouTube video too? Because that is so funny.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh my god, yes, yeah. I can see that taken off. Like that is
Thank
so
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
I
did
appreciate
good.
it.
Grant Cardone
You did
doesn't.
good.
I don't know whatever the. Yeah,
That's the trailer on his YouTube, you know what I mean? So it's not like I had to like go back and like dig for like, you know what I mean? Like that's like the pinned thing. So like he's saying like, oh, it's not planned, and that's the first thing that he shows people on his social media is a planned.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, men do better at social media than women, guys.
Yeah.
That's the
There's
message
so
that I
much
You
got.
know what? Maybe he doesn't plan it. Maybe someone else plans it for him. That's probably what it is.
That's probably what he means. It's not
probably a
planned
woman.
by him.
I was going to say that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you guys all liked the thing. Yeah,
That was fab.
Thank you. I had to make sure that we got that in because I did spend some time on that, but it was worth it. It was very worth it. Okay.
Definitely.
Let's see. Who do you think should come next, Gus?
Oh, who gets to come next?
I
Let's
don't
I'm
know.
not even breathing hard.
Who gets to come?
Oh, what about Ed Milet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have. Okay, so there's two options I have from him. I'll ask
Okay.
you guys. Would you rather a little reel of him try to be inspirational?
Okay.
Would you rather go back to one that we all kind of saw where he was saying that walking is not exercise?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go even more back in time and see a young Ed Milet trying to overcome MLM objections?
Ooh. I think that the young Ed Milet would be interesting. I haven't
Okay.
seen.
Let's try it. Yeah, it's not like a long ass video. It's shorter. I don't know why I said ass like that, but okay, it's fine. Long ass objections. I think the beginning has a small flashing light bit, so take care in the chat.
Okay. Is this multi-level marketing?
How do you feel about multi-level or network marketing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I hear you. Is it your concern that we're talking about doing something where we're going to recruit a bunch of friends and family and get them into a business and they're going to buy all these products they don't need and then your reputation is going to be trashed forever?
Yes.
Just right
I know
away.
exactly.
You know, doesn't answer the question, answers the question with a question to deflect it back at them. He can't, is this multi-level marketing? If you can't answer yes or no, it's, you know, I mean, these things are just scams anyway, but how gross, you know, so gross.
You can't even answer the question. Like, if it's not a big deal that it's multi-level marketing, why not answer the question?
Right.
Look at his grin. It's so disgusting, so predatory.
I know. We've
like,
gotten a few smarmy grins on the stream. Also, I know. We're having a good time.
I just can't stop looking. He just looks so pointy.
Okay.
Like he's so angular. Like
he is. He definitely looks different now, and I'm not trying to shame him. He just looks different.
No,
you know?
it looks
Some time
different.
has passed since this video.
Different.
Exactly how you feel. Believe me when I tell you that is not something my wife and I would want to get involved with either. And it was one of my initial questions. This whole
okay. I don't know you and your wife, one. Two, you're not really letting them talk. You're just talking at them. This is not super realistic because they hardly ever speak throughout the whole video. I love that they're trying to be like, you're going to be overcoming objections. And then they ask, is this MLM? And then they go on for like 2.5 minutes. Like, yeah, very realistic.
Oh my God.
Very
and I
realistic.
love that they're black. And he's just like, I mean, let's target this demographic. Are you kidding me? And this is like how long ago? Unbelievable.
I think
So
11 years.
disgusting.
11 years. Yes. I will never forget No Shame Sales Game. You know, her classic text posts she posted, we need more melanin in multi-level marketing.
Oh.
I'm like, this is the one space where we need less, actually, you know?
I think that's when she blocked me. When I replied on that one.
Because, like, no, not the freeze frame when he was smiling before was like the wolf that ate grandma before Red Riding Hood.
Oh my God.
That's good. That's accurate. That's a really good description.
You did eat that. The man looking at him is me. They're both like, are you really doing this right now?
He's
really
like, this is so. He's like, I'm getting paid for this, but I can still smell this bullshit.
Even the paid actors.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, the talking over them is great.
recruiting conversation and come into business with me sounds a little bit like that, doesn't it?
Yes.
I want you to know very clearly that's not the case. We're in an industry that requires licensings and
I think this is for EXP Realty.
Oh.
WFG.
Oh, either
World
one of
Financial Group. Yeah.
I think at the end he does say the first one that I said, but it could be either of those.
Okay.
But just be okay. The cat is meowing at the window, so if I keep looking over there,
I think Dad's sleeping.
We can't really. Yeah, we have to. We'll go later. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Just because you're in an industry that has licensing, sometimes that doesn't mean that it's not a scam.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
I know.
Primerica.
What? Huh?
What? Huh?
Yeah, the guy's not believing. Look how he's looking at
I
it.
know he does not believe
Yeah,
it for a
as
second.
a person of color, we've been through enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough. Leave him alone. God.
It's so brutal where it's like, it's even like the acting of this, it's like,
yeah,
it's in there, it's so bad.
Sorry, I gotta go back. From my education on the internet, this is what has been called Black disapproval, Black collective disapproval. Let me know if I'm wrong.
And a very extensive training program, and there's a screening process to even get associated with us in the first place. So
isn't that nice? Isn't that don't all MLMs say that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, we don't just take everybody. We you know, we are really quite selective, and then that's making you trying to feel like FOMO. So, you know, like, oh, I really want this now because you've told me it's like only a select few people. Ooh.
Yep.
absolutely, by no means that is not the case. I want you to have no concerns about that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
The acting, him having to be, his mouth said yes, but his face said no.
Yeah.
Who this guy is. Like, this guy is legend.
I know. Who is he?
Who he is. What he end up with, he's like, I will he probably goes out actively, like, helps people leave cults or something. This is so funny. Yeah, I wasn't even really paying attention until somebody in the comments had mentioned that, but yeah, he's not buying it at all. This is so funny.
No. Neither of them are buying it at all.
Neither of them, but man, his face is not a good.
She's acting a little better. He is like, what is happening? I know.
Leaning back, it's like, I
love that he said yes, but his face.
Yeah.
My hero.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
That's a very important question. I want you to notice when they initially asked me, is this a network or multi-level marketing kind of a company? One of the important things I didn't do is immediately say no. And because I don't know how they feel about that.
You are so smarmy. Smart.
Of course you didn't say no, because it is network fucking marketing. Like, are you just going to lie straight to their face? Like, what are you talking about? Of course it is. Of course it is. Like, ugh.
Yeah, that poor man was regretting his pay rate. Yeah. Give him more money, please.
May feel great about the fact of network marketing or multi-level marketing. They may have had a good experience or heard of success stories or something of that nature. So I want them to tell me. The other reason is, if I say no, that's a statement. And so what you're going to do is...
Whoa! No is a statement. Oh,
it's a lie, actually. Like, it's not even a statement. It's you're being dishonest.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Ask me another question, and you're going to be even more skeptical. And so what I did is I agreed with you. I asked you how you felt about it, and then you saw the strategy there, because it's true. I came back and said, I know exactly how you feel, and this is important. What they really feel is that we're going to get them involved in something that is not going to represent their family and represent their reputation. And so that's why I said, is your real concern more that we're going to, and then I went into what it was, which we all know is the real concern when someone asks that question.
Oh, what if that isn't the concern when someone asks that question?
That's
Like,
why they blast through this with these staged scenarios, and then the training never translates into real life, because he's already like at the top, and then they do this training. It's like, well, I have the secret way. This is what to do. I'm going to found this nice young couple, and I'm going to overcome their objections. And you can take this training and go out and duplicate it. And if it doesn't work, well, then it's your fault, and it doesn't work. It's just
You
so
didn't do it
it
properly.
does not work.
No.
It's so bad.
I would love if Ed Milet, comment below if you've actually been through this situation. I would love to see you lie in my comments, or Tish's, or anybody's. Please, no, I'm just joking. Like, be so for real, dude.
And the fact that you say the concern before they say it, the fact that you bring up the real objection, their objection is in network marketing. Their objection is how they're going to look and how they're going to perceive and what it is.
What if the objection is actually network marketing? Then they're fucked, right?
This is so weird.
He's making a lot of assumptions, just like skips ahead. So somebody could be like, there's so many people like different perspectives and the way they think and the way they see the world, the way they interact. They could be dyslexic, they could be whatever. So it's like, it's this network marketing. They might not have heard of. They might have known somebody that they really like, and he just immediately jumps to the conclusion. It's like, oh, well, what do you think about that? Maybe that wasn't like you had pointed out, it might not be their primary objection. It could have been something else. So there's so many holes to this that they try to make it look so smooth as they smooth over your brain with this bullshit, rubbing out all the wrinkles.
They're really trying to rub out those wrinkles. They're trying their best.
You take away the objection, Once you get how they surfacely feel about it, you take away the objection by being the one to bring up how they really feel. And then in their minds, they're saying, well, my gosh, this guy knows exactly how he feels, because we've all felt that way. We've all had that question going in. And then
are the other people still there? Because he's like making eye contact as if they're still
Yeah,
there.
I think they are.
But they don't show him again. Wild.
This is wild.
You know what though? Is that different from conversations that are happening today? Not really.
No.
Same
Like
training.
it's the same shit.
That's
Same
why I
shit.
love looking at like the older ones. I know it's not like super old because it's the same
It's the
stuff.
reheated nachos. It's the
Mhm.
reheated nachos. It's so
Yes.
bad.
Yes.
It's crusty.
Yep, typical con artist language. Absolutely.
Do you want to watch like one more and be done, maybe?
Well, we have the dawn of MLM.
Let's watch that one.
But can I show them this workout pitch before we start that one?
Sure. This one was. Oh my god!
Ooh. Ooh.
This one is really funny.
I don't think we need to watch the whole
No.
thing, but I need you to see the beginning of this
Yes.
one. Like,
yes.
like I am getting tired, but the Val told me showed me which video.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Just before, like, so the Manosphere is represented by Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Right? You haven't really talked about him, but his thing is a pyramid scheme. Like, it's you get members and you pay and blah, blah, blah. So he was the template, even though he looks like a foreskin. But, you know, like, he's gross and disgusting.
Oh, that's another.
And,
Grant Cardone's thing is also kind of a pyramid scheme because he has people recruit to be in his coaching scam.
Yeah.
And then you can have those people recruit to be in the it's a whole we've kind of just been talking about dudes in MLM, but usually when you're talking about the Manosphere, it's more of like the grimy misogyny. But we're kind of just showing all of the different angles, if that makes sense, just because like there's not that many men in multi-level marketing in comparison to women. So the dudes who are there really stand out, sometimes for not good reasons. Sorry, I lost there. Where to go? Here it is. No. Okay, tell me if you think this is staged or not. I don't believe this for a hot second. Ready?
Okay. Quick story for you. 7 years ago.
No. That was bad. That was bad.
No.
Ready?
This. Go.
Quick story for you. 7 years ago.
The girl. You're telling.
Finished the set, and now he's gonna tell the story.
Quick story,
like,
everybody.
Baby, when I finish a set, I want to die.
Girl, there's more.
And I'm sitting there contemplating my existence.
There's probably more sweat on my body right now, and I'm stationary.
I have more sweat on my upper lip.
I have more sweat in the crack of my ass right now.
Not the ass crack sweat. Like, girl, be so for real. You were not working out. Just do your little pitch and be gone.
That's so bad. Quick story for you. 7 years ago, when I started my business, I was fresh out of college after working
gotta show off the guns.
bagging with groceries, sweeping your floor, stocking shelves. Once I graduated,
I love him pretending to be. So once I.
What?
Oh, show off those guns! Yes! Not totally.
Julie wins.
Julie does win, and so does this comment. So the comment. So this is my story, and then come on, guy. Come on, guy.
And then the dawn of MLM.
Can I show this one?
Okay.
Sorry, Tish showed this one. I forgot about it. This is Choose Your Scam.
Wait, what? Oh, this one! You showed me this one.
Yes.
Oh, this
the same
guy.
people. No. Yes.
He's
Sorry.
in an addict, but he's also in LifeWave, and like he's in a whole bunch of things. He wears like 9/11 was an inside job. You know, like he is such a conspiracy theory nut. He is in. He's just the worst.
Yeah, some of the other things that I saw from him were very Manosphere-y, so I did save them, but just because Gus is getting a little tired, I'll probably skip them. But he says things like, "Oh, the reason why people hate Russell Brand is because he's right," and it's like, "Whoa, what? Oh, whoa." Yeah, wild. So this one is the same people saying network marketing is a quote unquote scam spend 50 hours a week at a job they hate getting paid crumbs. Choose your scam.
So I'd like to comment on this, especially like if there is somebody that happens to stumble in here from a multi-level marketing company and they're secretly watching as they're starting to wake up, much like I did when I was starting to watch anti-MLM content, and it just doesn't make sense. Like you're seeing this and you're trying to really puzzle it out. So the very first thing that I'd like you to point out here. So when it says the same people saying network marketing is a scam, instead of addressing why somebody is saying it's a scam, they say, I'm just going to insult you. So I'm going to deflect attention away from what the criticism is or the insult, the complaint, the statement. And instead I'm just gonna say, well, you're unworthy. They're just working so hard and they're not getting paid enough. So if you think of it, it's like the same people that are saying there's a fire across the street, that house is on fire. Well, the same people that say that, well, they're just homeless or they're unhoused and they're a drug addict and they're not making any money anyway. It's like, it doesn't matter how much money somebody has. If they're pointing out there's a fire across the street, that building is on fire, the building is on fire. So the reason why, the next point I'd like to make is that people that are pointing out and telling you that network marketing is a scam is because it is a scheme of pyramid selling. So when you need to pay for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan, or you need to pay for the right to purchase products, this is the definition of a pyramid scheme. So there's also 4 additional hallmark characteristics which distinguish network marketing from a job or from buying a Costco membership. And that is recruiting mandate, endless chain recruitment, extreme money transfer from the bottom to the top. And what the fuck is the 4th one? It's from Robert Fitzpatrick. This would be extreme money transfer.
Pay to play? Did you say pay to play?
Thank you so much. So, which is when I was describing paying for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into it. So those are the reasons why this is a scam. Even just the first one, endless chain recruitment. When somebody is very touchy where they can't even address why people are pointing out an endless chain recruitment scheme is a scam, that's a problem. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how much confidence they pretend to have. This is somebody that's very easily triggered and they're just trying to deflect attention away. They're only attracting the same people that they're probably scamming. Everybody thinks that I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, but not you, but people involved in this, they don't understand what an actual pyramid scheme is, just like I didn't when I was in MLM. I would say the same thing. I would say it's not a pyramid scheme because we sell products. I thought that was like the micro moment, So.
The other thing too is just because people are earning money, it doesn't mean it's not a scam. It just means the scam works for them. Like that's it. It's like people are actually at the top of the compensation plan. They are earning money, but not like 1% of people do. So
and also, what is the money mostly coming from? It's coming from recruiting people. It's not coming from selling products.
Or it's coming from selling products to those people that you have recruited, usually. And this is what Owana said. Network marketing gets you not even crumbs. You can look at the income disclosure statements of all of these companies, the ones that do have them, because in the United States, you don't have to have them, but a lot of them do have them. So if you don't believe us, you can check out Monate's, you can check out Arbonne's, you can check out Amare Global, you can check out any of these companies and then put income disclosure statement and see if there is one. That will give you the numbers, and it will also put like the ranks of people and how much they made. That can tell you a lot of information.
Yeah, and this is like this whole vibe is that arrogant, entitled, smug stink of network marketing. People don't communicate like this. If you're actually in a legitimate business, you're like, would you like to come into my bakery? Do you want to have my link to my Etsy shop? When you resort to this, it's so off-putting and distasteful. Nobody wants to associate with it, which is why you're going to have more and more of a harder time recruiting people into any MLM that you join. It's because of this. So when people are saying, it's not all the industry, it's not an industry. however, it's this. This is the heartbeat of it. Without this attitude, MLM doesn't exist.
Yeah.
This is part and a feature of it.
And I think it's a cult feature, the in-out group, you know. So it doesn't have to just happen in MLM; it happens elsewhere. But because of what you're saying, all the things that you're saying, it has to be a feature. It's not just a bug; it's a feature, and we've seen it across all of these companies that we've talked about. They feel like they're better because they're in on the secret. Unfortunately,
absolutely.
Do we want to get to the dawn of MLM?
Yeah,
I think it's time. So the dawn of MLM, we'll put it back for a minute, just because I need to.
I need to vag.
I need to just like, I need some water. So this is Ray Higdon and Eric Worre, two people who I dislike very much, and we're not going to watch too much of this because
I'm gonna get an aneurysm.
We don't want to smash out laptops.
I actually, you know what? So I had really bad blood pressure. I stopped covering Ray Higdon. My blood pressure got better.
No, like that's not a lie.
I'm not even.
That's not even like a lie.
Did I also?
And clinical.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true. I definitely did do medication, so it's not just that. But
also, I can't say that probably didn't help.
Right. Also, hi Max. You're here just in time for the dawn of MLM. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting?
Hey, what is up? We are back. We're back at it. What's happening? So, my friend, the, what we call the...
And again, if you guys want me to pause, just like be like, hey, Val, you know, and I'll stop it. Or just like raise your hand, you know, just get my,
Okay.
That's probably fine.
Don, what's going on, man? How you doing? So my friend, Eric, he is...
I'll skip it a little bit because and by a little bit, I mean 4 minutes because he doesn't show up until 4 minutes in, which is so bad. But
That's
what
so
do I know?
bizarre.
What do I know about anything?
very, very simple tips for you to be more persuasive, more impacting, more influential as a speaker.
More impacting?
Is it not impactful?
Yeah.
Tell him, Tish, you're a teacher.
How many books has he written and he doesn't know words?
Remember, Grant Cardone was one of his mentors.
It's not important.
Grant Cardone. Yeah. Okay, this is going to take me out. Well, please welcome to the stage, Raymothy Paris, Alexis, Nicole Dupree.
Shut up!
That's iconic.
Raymothy Smithworth Higginton the Third.
Where my Higlets at? Where my Higlets at?
The Higlets!
The Higlets.
I did not realize we had a Yoda.
We do have a Yoda. Yeah, Ray is the worst, right? We're
I'm
not going to
having
watch
all
too
the
much of him.
shivers right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're not watching too much of this, because he pisses me off.
I hate the man.
And
hopefully Eric starts talking soon, because I hate Eric too, but I don't get as much smarm from him, I think, for some reason. No, he's as bad, but I think I haven't seen as much bad of him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm not as done with his schmarm because I haven't seen as much.
Right.
Regardless of your experience. And so that's a separate course that I'm going to be, let me see.
Oh
no, I think I can do it. Let me see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
It's a separate, remember, we didn't get that because it was a separate course. That sucks. Oh, yes. Ray did launch a virtual church MLM situation. Julie and Aaron Bees are going to be covering that Wednesday at 4 p.m. PST. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're not going to be touching on that as much today because we haven't seen the video as much and we don't have all the details, but
And the baddies have it handled.
Yes.
We know the baddies have it handled.
And we're excited to see their takes on it. Yeah. Not Eric Towhead, Rory.
Oh my god.
You guys with these
my god.
You guys are so funny.
They're bringing the
I know.
A-game.
Seriously.
Yeah, I might be able to bring them out here. It is really funny.
Got it!
We made it.
Finally. Sorry.
To be fair, that was us when we finally got our stream to work.
Oh my god,
today.
yeah.
So
I was about to judge them hardcore, and then I remembered.
We totally did the same thing. So we'll give them that. We'll give them that.
Awesome.
It worked on my phone, but it didn't work in my computer.
That's literally what happened. Sorry. Not literally, being the problem. Okay, we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Yeah. You'd think I'd be better at social media by now.
Yeah, you would.
How are you?
You know,
buddy?
there's this great course coming out.
I know. So listen, I was hearing you kind of riffing while I tried to figure this out. I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
No problem.
For the hassle, but
because remember, he will not show up if he's not edified first. And I'm sure Ray has a similar.
That's right.
Has a
You
similar.
have to edify.
You gotta edify a little bit. It's not just riffing; it's edification. And if someone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Can you guys, either of you, describe what that means?
Oh my God.
I know.
I know. It's not the actual definition of edification. They've bastardized the definition of it. Edification just means like kind of like teaching somebody something, I think. Something around it's something about education. Like but they take it as pumping someone up to make them feel good. Like it's like a how would you describe it, Julie?
They mean deification, and the intent
that's it.
with telling it, the intent is to really make this person that you're introducing, that you're edifying, which is like you said, the incorrect use of the word. Talk about all their accomplishments, how smart they are, how well spoken they are, even if they're not, and it's to make them be so much bigger, so much more influential, give them so much more authority to overwhelm the prospect and the audience. And it's a technique. It's a manipulative technique. And there's a good video on YouTube here about this that World Ventures taught. And Ray was in World Ventures. A lot of these fuckers came from World Ventures. And they got this. So, I mean, I'll tell you, it's a pretty interesting video. They've done it with cartoons, and the way they describe it, it's so creepy. But it's chronicled there up on YouTube, like how to edify your upline, World Ventures, and it's it's so creepy.
Odd.
It does a good job explaining it, you know.
That's something that we've wanted to cover, is this World Venture group, because I've heard really bad things about them, but we have too many things on our list because these people are constantly on the grind.
Arrow deal, it's different than ass kissing. It looks like that, but its intent is to manipulate the people that it's going to be introduced to.
Yeah.
So he's like, Eric, he's my mentor. He taught me everything I knew. He's so amazing. That's like the surface level, but it's meant to. It's like on a number of levels. It's showing like, look at how connected I am. I got this special teaching from him, and now you are, you're a peon. You don't have as much experience as him. After I've just like recited all his accomplishments and his attributes, you need to just sit down and just take everything that he says as law without question. It's meant to shut down your critical thinking. That's what I wanted to add.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A bro pylon, but a very a strategic bro pylon. Yes,
it's very calculated.
Because it's not just like, bro, I love you. It's bro, I love you with the intent. And remember, they're trying to sell a course together also. This is not just like they're riffing on each other and they're maybe just doing a training for each other or whatever, like as a favor. Like they're trying to sell something, So if he looks good, then you look good and your thing looks good. It's a whole thing.
No problem.
We've been talking about you and I and Jessica also, and we're going to get together on Friday and chat about this a little bit more. But we've been talking about how do we take the social media game to the next level? Because people like you have taken the social media game to the next level.
Really?
Did he do that, or did he like profit off other people who did that? Did he do that? Was it him? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he did anything to come up with revolutionize the social media game.
Didn't do shit, actually, guys.
He just took other people's ideas. A lot of Ray's content is him just getting another person's video and being like, guys, look at how cool this is, and then just watching in the bottom being like,
and chucking a Bible quote up. That's it.
Good job, Ray. Yeah, he's really revolutionized the social media game. Yes.
You and Jessica have done so much for.
How much more do you guys want to watch of this?
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Like, yeah.
Do you want to do like 5 more minutes or no?
A couple more minutes?
Maybe like a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get hungry.
Okay.
So I probably gotta
Me
get
too.
off soon.
Okay.
So yeah, let's watch like a few more little snippets.
Yeah. Ray actually came up with the internet. I don't know. He's
Ramothy Higgins
invented
beat.
the
You know
Sorry.
what? Earlier when I was saying that Messi was one of the biggest male social media influencers, I lied. It's actually Ray Higdon. Sorry, Messi.
The development of strong leaders.
Oh my
His
god.
social media game is so strong that this is what he's doing in the middle of the live.
In the network marketing profession, practical, real life. My most popular course, Ray, is how to recruit 20 people in 30 days.
Yeah, because that's what you guys are trying to do all the time.
That's the goal of your whole shtick.
And unfortunately, whenever we say that network marketing is recruiting based, people say, no, it's not.
And it's like, wait, then why is your course called How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days? Like, what do you mean?
Not only that, why is that your most popular?
Yeah. Didn't Aaron say that Eric used to say you're a super recruiter if you recruit 10? No, it was a small number of people, but because not many people do it, recruiting, it wasn't 20 people. So where did he come up with that? Obviously it's like, a little bit of a scam on his behalf too,
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, they're gonna tell us how to do social media, but they can barely figure out how to do a live stream. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And people really stretch to achieve that, right? But the social media people who are cracking the code there are recruiting 20 people every 30 days.
Yeah.
It's just like
who? How many?
How many?
Tell us
People.
who.
People are.
Which one?
People.
Maybe one people. Somewhere. He's like,
Look at
I don't know.
99 people.
Look
Look at these
Paul's
two
face.
faces. This should be a meme. Like, this is just so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely taking it. I'm gonna
I'm
enlarge
taking a
them.
screenshot too.
So if you guys wanna
Oh my god.
Screenshot purposes.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
That's
Take a
hilarious.
screen.
Go forth and prosper, my people.
Yeah, we're for the people, okay?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Someone said that earlier, and it's even truer here. Oh man. Thank you, Ray Higdon and Eric Worre for this. He has a best-selling book, Tish. It's called
Oh my god.
That's good.
Oh man, I can't.
Yeah, I can't take much more of this. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Probably last snippet. Jesus.
You're right. You're right.
Just like, it's another month. We recruited another 20 people. I mean,
what's the big deal?
They're recruiting 300 a year, 500 a year, insane numbers, and they're creating duplication. So it's really an exciting time. And
I don't even believe that he believes that. The way that
No.
he's wiping his nose in the middle of the statement.
No.
When was
300,
this from?
500, 1,000. There's so many people every 42 days. There's another 792 people. It's just, and the great thing is that they're all duplicating, and the statistics across multi-level marketing, they're all like less than a fraction of a percent of people that are right on the top of the pyramid scheme. Yeah.
Like, sure, buddy.
Oh my god.
Sure. Did Ray used to say invest, learn, teach, ILT,
Yeah,
or is that
ILT still does?
ILT?
I said it
When
too
is this?
a lot.
When is this from? This live here.
Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't.
I'm not gonna lie. It was not super. It was not like old, but it was not
No,
like,
it
oh,
looks-
this was posted
It
30
looks
seconds ago.
fairly newish.
But I think
but
it's
yeah.
this year, but like February.
Yeah.
Right.
I could be wrong about that though.
a lot of them, so many of them, credit you with mentoring them. A lot of them.
Yes. Blah blah blah. I feel like we can watch the rest of this another time.
Yeah.
because I do want to. Not Julie.
I don't want to see this
Yeah,
mutual flagellation. You know.
yeah,
like,
I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm good. I do think if we all want to get together again and watch like more of that, that would be fun.
Because we do have a
Yeah.
lot more stuff that we didn't look at because we just you know
We all chatted a lot.
we chatted and it was a great time.
We had a great
That's what
time.
it is.
That's what the Sunday roast is. Do we have any like final thoughts on the Manosphere before not a cure for insomnia? Before we end the live and go get some food, probably.
I've got one thing to say.
Okay.
The Matrix was a fucking movie. Okay? Can we not? Can we not do that? It was a movie, and it's about trans people because the Wachowski sisters, and it's like the red pill, blue pill. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my big thing about the Manosphere.
Yeah.
Fuck the
Yeah.
Manosphere.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. That's something that interesting that I learned about QAnon. The Q, sorry, is that they incorporate a lot of movies into their like quote unquote mythology. Like the red pill, blue pill is like their big thing, and they talk about being in the Matrix, and there's like a lot of other ones. So it's very much like pop culture centric. Which is unfortunate.
Probably
But
to make it digestible to people.
you want to be able to reach people, you know, the most, and that's a way that you can reach people. Not everyone's going to believe in the same stuff, but a lot of people have seen the same movies and know the same references, and that's a way that you can reach people. And so that's what a lot of these bros do, whether it be through their more like Ray-like persona, where they try to like get to their insecurities like that, or where they're like Justin, or where they're, you know what I mean, they're trying to connect like being the same, like with the coconut dudes. Like there's a lot of different angles that these bros take, but it's very unfortunate to see that they're not using it for good, because kinship and broship is a good thing.
I love
Yeah.
brotherhood. Brotherhood is so sexy to me.
And people people are really wanting that at the moment, and they're exploiting it, because what's at the bottom of this is money. It's always fucking capitalism, you know, like terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
Julie,
do you have a final thought?
Yeah. I do. You know, if you are a guy that is, you know, you somehow managed to watch this and you just, you know, you're better than this. You know this. You're way funnier than any of these, you know, even if you've been in this, you're funnier without this nonsense. Being authentic isn't being like scripted and put into this weird version of what success is. And I think that you know that. I know that you know that deep down. Get the fuck out. You're in a cult.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in our humble opinion.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Allegedly in my fucking opinion.
Allegedly in my fucking opinion.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche, please.
Don't be a douche.
Don't be a misogynist.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you. This was really fun. Before we hit the end live, do either of you guys have any like things that you're working on that you're talking about? I know you guys are doing your live stream, Julie, if you want to remind people.
Yes.
I don't know if I was supposed to say something, to be honest. I might have like let the cat out of the bag, but
jumped the gun.
Yeah, so I'll just
no.
pass it to Tish. You know,
I did not see it.
I didn't say
it.
You check out her channel, Julie Anderson, and she's awesome, and you'll see a lot of good content there, and you'll see when that's happening. Tish.
I got that Optavia, Optavia had a conference recently called Awaken 2025, and I've got that whole thing. And I got a live from Kylie X Stevenson, which I'm gonna do at some point in time. But I'm trying to move, so I don't know. We'll see.
That's
we'll
it.
see.
Life is lifing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same with us.
Send me the good vibe for finding a house. Manifest me a house, please. Everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what? I do want to say, if I lived closer, I would ask Val to give me a facial because I would trust you. So,
Gus.
Gus,
It's me,
sorry.
but thank
It's okay.
you.
It's okay. That's
Like,
very nice.
What are you talking about?
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I know what you meant. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. That's very nice. Yeah, you're doing great with
Maybe
your
one
facials.
day I'll get a portable steamer and travel the world.
You can see the clowns across.
I'll see the clowns across the town.
We'd love that. We'd love
so
that.
fun. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we're doing school and stuff, but we do have a video coming out soon because someone who used to be in Modere, Marina Simone, she came out with an AI bot for herself.
And it's wild.
Yeah,
it's wild
because she thinks she's good enough.
So
Yeah.
good, she deserves a robot. Guys.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be covering soon. Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you stuck around, that means a lot. Thank you for the fun. If you could check out all our channels, that would mean a lot too. Like the video so that more people can see it. And we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Definitely.
Take care.